Drop them off! More sail!
Look! A monastery!
Run up the sail! Sing us a song.
Monastery there, Eivor!
Now is not the time. Strike of the tune. Is there a sea skull among you?
During my 19th winter, King Styrbjörn ordered the construction of a new longhouse. The splendid hall you now see at Fornburg. To build this longhouse, he employed the help of 20 men. I was among them, as was Fradi, the strongest and stoutest man I had ever seen. We set about felling trees and hewing wood for timber. Fradi was the fastest of us, dropping 41 trees in only 2 days. On the third day, a spindly man called Nar was near upon felling his first tree. He had hacked it all the way around.
We can continue later.
Some years ago, I took to sea with a sword dancer called
Lower the mast!
a brooding warrior with a face of stone and oak-hard arms. On a raid in Courland, we shored up along the edge of a forest and explored until we came to People Pass, a large farm. It was night, and all were asleep. So we set about plundering the place and acquired taking sheep and goats as we pleased. It was then that Egil saw a farmhand and pressed the boy for the family's hidden silver. The farmhand squawked like a crow. Being hid beneath an anvil at the smith's forge, the silver was no trouble to lift. In secret, we took it and the boy back to the ship. It was then that Egil grew sad, for when the farmers woke with the crack of day, they would know they had been robbed, but not by whom. So Egil ordered 3 of us to follow him back to the sleep-hushed hamlet. As we burnt the houses, Egil shouted his name. I am Egil, son of Skatlagrim, and I am the man who deprives you of...
We'll pick up from there. Were you at the good part yet?
I am Egil, son of Skatlagrim, and I am the man who deprives you of everything but your life. I never sailed with Egil again. When I was 11 winters old, I was the youngest of my favorite cousins. A wild and rowdy bunch of boys and girls. Together with our parents, we attended a feast at the home of Halfdan the Black of the House of Yngling. To toughen our patience, our parents set us with the old woman, who ordered us to bake flatbread.
Bess and us news of Sigurd. I should find him soon.
toughen our patience, our parents set us with the old woman, who ordered us to bake flatbreads and serve it to the noble jarls. After an hour, the flatbreads piled so high into pillars, you could have built a roof over it and called it a longhouse. When our work was done, an older boy, Guthrod, suggested we steal a keg of mead and drown in happiness for our good work. So Guthrod, Mikkel and Åsa snuck into the storeroom and stole a barrel as I stood watch. But when we were spotted, I froze.
Set them up!
Three of Harald's men stopped us. They struck Guthrod and Mikkel and pushed Åsa to the ground. Whose idea was this? They asked. I stood and said, the idea was mine. The meat is for me. One of the men eyed me and said only, that is not true. Then, they moved on. I knew a crazed man we had taken to calling Rokur the Rogue for his habit of collecting axes. For 20 years he collected axes of all make and size. He had never seen a day of battle, but he swore to Thor that he would. In his 31st year, after drinking too much ale, Rokur seduced another man's wife. That man called a holmgang against Rokur. Rokur accepted the holmgang, and on the agreed-upon day, he laid out 12 of his axes and asked, which of these will I use to slay you? Will it be Bone Splitter? He said. My bearded blade inscribed with Seidr runes, affixed to a handle of English oak, or Blood Fountain, he continued. My Dane axe, which swings through the air on two hands with the speed of an arrow's flight. Or might it be Twin Wolf Wounder? Rokur growled, growing even more bold. Fierce pair of throwing axes. At that moment, the man who had challenged Rokur brought a large stone down upon his head. Rokur died instantly, and his axes were given away as gifts.
You Salskjalls got a story.
In the early days of the feud between Kjotve the Cruel and the Raven clan, there was a mad berserker called Kiar Robo. Kiar had pledged his battle fury to no king or jarl, and would give his oath only once each winter, for reasons nobody could fathom. One year, Kiar's sister Thora was married to Kjotve's brother Alrik, and soon Kiar was often seen in the company of that clan. But soon after, word came to Kiar that Alrik had abused his sister. When he asked Thora about this, she told him, it is true. So Kiar invited Alrik on a hunting expedition. When they were away, Kiar slew Alrik and pulled off one of his arms. When he returned to camp, Kjotve asked where his brother was. Kiar shook his head and held out his hand, in which was an arm. Your brother bid me give you this ring, Kjotve. Confused, Kjotve took the ring, and with it came the entire bloody arm. Your brother pledged his oath to Hel herself, Kiar laughed.
Save it for later.
Here's a tale to tickle your sides. Winter before, I was drinking in Stavanger with some companions. With us in the mead hall were men of Bard Jarl's clan, one of which was a poet named Halli, called Sarcastic Halli by most. 7 ale horns into his night, Halli stood...
Let's sail!
Now you pay.
Run up the sail! Where were you?
7 ale horns into his night.
Hold on, good scout. All right, back to the story. 7
ale horns into his night, Halli stood upon his table and called across the room to another man, a skald named Tjodolf. Tjodolf, he yelled. I can compose a more beautiful poem with my belching than you could with your tongue and fine words. The room laughed. Rudolph loudest of all. I accept your challenge, sarcastic Hallie, he shouted. Allow me to begin. Rudolph then spoke this verse. Sad Hallie drowns in horns of hubris, squeaking like a stoat, yet proudly the pup calls it poetry. The room laughed again, with Hallie joining in. Then, Hallie tripped across the room and opened his mouth to speak his verse. From his throat erupted a jet of vomit into Rudolph's face. His only composition that night, of which is he most proud.
To the Swan Road.
No racing the sail here.
Let's have a song.
Can't race the sail yet.
Have you heard of...
Need to row our way out. We must row in these waters.
Let the sail out!
Attack on sight here.
More sail!
Sailing is too risky now.
Take the boat down!
Somewhere, so. It's all fine, so.
Pass up! Sail out! Continue later. dig up from there. Strike of the June. Let's hear a story.
There was a woman called Nal, who came by ship to Fornburg and heralded, demanding to meet King Sigvaldi, Styrbjorn's father. From Gautland. She was tall and rugged and strong, and everyone who walked near her said she smelled of men's blood. When her message was sent to our king, Nal was made to wait a full day. Yet she did not complain. She sang songs. I'll kill you!
More sail! Sing, my ravens. We need an epic tale.
Unar the Ugly was an excellent sailor. Entirely on his own. This is why King Sigvaldi kept him around. In all other matters, Unar was a cruel, anxious, and humorless man. He was one of the most unlikable people I have ever known. One year, I recall we had invited some Carls from the Yngling clan to dine.
March now. Run up, leader!
Are you feeling all right?
Where were you?
One year, I recall we had invited some...
Save it for later.
Have a look, Sunan.
Did not Augustine make a distinction between faith and understanding?
What I mean to say is, faith is paramount. Yes, for without it, Christ's sacrifice means nothing.
He died to save us, did he not? From the original sin of Adam and Eve. Yet evil persists.
Yes, evil persists because he gave us free will.
Does a newborn babe, slain by a despot, have free will?
Yes. No, I mean, that is too simplistic.
Or the priest, whose heart is torn from his chest by the wolf? Judas, who was predestined to betray the Nazarene?
Some argue Judas was used.
Do my ears deceive me, Brother Hawkbert? You question the scriptures? Declare Judas an innocent? A preposterous blasphemy!
No, that is not what I said. Brother Cedric, am I not the most pious of his servants?
Out! Out!
Making new friends?
A person's tongue gives you a taste of their heart, Eivor. And such information is often useful.
And how do these sallow Christians taste?
It was only a figure of speech, Eivor. And I have tired of it already.
Is this how it must be between us?
Of course not. I'm grateful that you have come.
What happened in Mercia still puzzles me. Fulke saw something in Sigurd. A power. A legacy. What is it she wants?
Her motives are difficult to fathom, but that can come later. Let's find your brother first.
Agreed. If we do this, you'll earn the right to call me friend 10,000-fold. So, what is your plan?
We are deep in their god's heartland. A heathen and a heretic. To hunt Fulke, we'll need a Christian snare.
Fulke is hardly a saint herself. These Christians abhor her strange ideas.
True. But unlike us, she can carry herself as one of them. She won't hide from everyone. Not with a prisoner in tow.
So, where to begin?
I've made a friend. Abbot Cunibert. Full of pious fire. But with ambition that far outweighs his wit.
And what does your friend Cunibert know?
Come. I will introduce you. And we'll hear the full tale together.
Have you found some peace in your time alone, Basim?
I am always at peace, and never alone. I move among the people of the world with great joy. I watch them, study them, learn from them at all times. This is our duty. The Hidden One's calling.
You know, for the first time since we met, you sound more like your apprentice than yourself.
Surely Hytham sounds like me, if I have taught him well.
Your creed and your tenets, you mean?
That's right. And their sense of, how should I say, deep responsibility to the betterment of mankind.
That's quite an ambition, but it doesn't explain what you see in Sigurd. My brother is not so generous.
Ah, but your brother is someone special, important, and I want him to see that. I hope to show it to him.
Is this not a blessed plot? God's own country. And this Eden should be given to his servants to tend.
Abbot Cunibert, this is the Norse I spoke of.
Ah, yes. And quite a fearsome one at that.
Basim says you know the paladin Fulke.
Indeed. The Lady Fulke passed this way not more than a month ago. We talked, we drank. Very pleasant woman.
And where is she?
Eivor will be your axe, Abbot. Whether to fell a tree or hew the limbs from an enemy.
What have you promised him?
Oh, just a trifle, Eivor. A little problem I believe you can help me with.
This Norse is one who knows the value of silence and secrecy. The perfect choice for our subtle business.
Let's cut to the point. What favor would you ask in exchange for Fulke?
Some weeks ago, our alderman in Kent was called to God. A terrible loss. King Alfred has chosen his replacement, but has not yet announced the name. I must know it. Now.
All of Kent will see soon enough which Thane he has chosen. Why not wait?
I want early access. To woo him, before his exalted position is made public and every fool is at his door.
Who else knows the chosen man?
The king's emissary, sent with a letter of congratulations to the new alderman. Intercept him and bring me the news. When I know the Thane's name, we'll discuss how I might win his favor.
If we do this, how will you find Fulke? I want some kind of assurance.
Do you have ears in every church, abbey, and cathedral in Kent? Because I do. And I will find her.
And we will do the deeds to stain your Christian soul.
This emissary, how will I find him?
Tunbridge Monastery sent word that the king's men always pass a few nights in their hospitality. Begin there.
I'll get the Elderman's name. You find Fulke.
All in good time. Now, if we're done, I have business up the south coast. Falkenston has the best fish in Wessex.
Then I will find you there, when the Elderman's name is mine.
Cunibert is ambitious, but well-connected. We will not find Fulke without him.
I suppose we'll see. What will you do?
I'm not done playing with these Christians yet. I will see you in Falkenston.
Alfred's emissaries spend a few days... If Alfred's emissaries spend a few days here, someone may know where he went.
I'm in no mood for wind belching, so choose your words well.
I heard the king's men came through here, caused a stir. A man of your wit noticed them, I bet.
I am witty. Finally, someone sees. I'm always telling the wife, but will she listen? Will she bollocks?
Alfred's emissary. Where?
Him and the bard ended up in a copse by the bridge doing Lord knows what. Sounded like they were murdering a cat.
Singing?
If you say so.
Stay away from me, stranger.
Are you sober enough to answer me?
You have fine hair. It shimmers like woven silk.
I don't have time for flattery. I seek Alfred's emissary.
The only man of Alfred's I know is Orvin the Legless.
And he is?
Haven't seen him in years. Probably dead drunk, or just dead in a ditch. Why do you think they called him Legless?
Because he has no legs?
He's a figure of speech, Lord in heaven. Drango! Fleet! Fleet!
You're not welcome here.
I'm busy. Leave me be.
Jet, need to get on the other side.
Who are you? Loitering and lollygagging?
I'm looking for someone. An emissary from...
Thanks, though. Do you have another paper man? For what? That gentleman you needed a man. No? You don't have another blue one? No. No, you don't have another one. Okay.
Alfred. Have you seen such a man?
Ooh, la-di-da. Listen to you, all high and mighty. Get away with you, you valley lily.
If you would rather feel the edge of my blade, it can be arranged.
Yeah, that I respect. Forceful, to the point, as refreshing as a summer ale.
You're a strange fish. Did you see the man or not?
I did. He was getting pie-eyed with that bard Gowan and causing quite a ruckus. They left together. See? That wasn't hard, was it?
Harder than it should have been. There was a bard drinking with the emissary. I should find him, see if he knows anything. I need your eyes, my friend. That ale-swamped scob can't have gone far.
So cold. Someone stole my troops. La 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 la, Fanny, Fanny,
You there. You alive?
Patience is a tired horse. Ploddity plod plod.
Another tottering teat sucker who can't hold his drink. Let's clear your head.
Oh, it's cold as a
in here? Oh, God's truth! Fie on you! Oh, what infernal wakes me?
Are you the Tail Weaver?
Gowan the Dandelion. For the seeds of my stories flit upon the winds of Wessex. But why, Mule, do you kick my noggin?
You and Alfred's emissary were drinking in the tavern. Tell me where he went.
Were we? I was so ale-addled. Perhaps a small and silver thing upon my palm might help me recall?
How about something long and sharp in your gut?
All right, no need for that. You paint a vivid picture, Dane. He was headed to the White Coast to the southeast, Dover Fortress. He said it is where they train those religious fanatics, zealots. They pray all night instead of sleeping.
My thanks, and in return, wisdom. Too much beer piping will grow a fool in wit and words.
My thanks, Weaver of the Obvious. Now leave me to my unholy punishment.
The emissary made for Dover Fortress, on the southeast coast. What do you see? Shouldn't eat those. get you to Valka. Plant for the vulva. Valka the Seer will want this.
Dog. Dog. How do I even get out of here?
The Lord can use this.
Serve some purpose.
Dog.
Something's wrong. Foul. Cursed.
Dover. The emissary is somewhere here. Perhaps I can find the letter without bloodshed. The bard said paladins trained at this fortress. This will not be an easy fight.
Go, my eyes. Show me.
This area is off limits.
What do you see, Sunan?
If I could steal the letter without killing the emissary, it would keep me out of trouble.
He said he was elusive. What am I to do now? Forget your words, more blasphemies. Think only.
Ralph's chosen elder is a thing called Edmund. The Abbot Kinnebet will want to know.
Why is it taking me back that way? Why? He's already there. Nah, dog. Tripping.
I should meet Basim and the Abbot in Fulkenston.
Oh, you must try my ale sometime.
Eivor, you have news?
Kent's new elderman will be Thane Tedmund.
Tedmund? Oh, the Lord is testing me. He is made mouse by you Danes. Barely leaves his fortress at Roosister. How might I gain his influence if he will not speak to me? Or to anyone? 'Tis a puzzle.
To inspire loyalty, Tedmund must owe you something. Such as his life.
Go on.
A fortress stormed. A man kidnapped. If you beat back his enemy, save him from sure death, his gratitude would be...
Swell. It would know no bounds. It would be harder to pry open than a nun's knees.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
We can take him from Roosister Fortress. We'll need a small, experienced force of men.
Roosister is not a house of straw and sticks. It's a garrison, crawling with soldiers. I don't see how it's possible.
I don't believe it's necessary.
Are you hiding something, Basim?
There is a lumber mill nearby, correct?
Beamisfield. Alfred invests much in fortifying Wessex, and uses our forests to do so. The mill provides his wood.
Tedmund is there.
Impossible! How do you know?
I heard rumors that Tedmund had been lured out of self-exile to manage work on the fortifications of Canterbury.
Taking him from a lumberyard is less dangerous than assaulting a fortress. But your rescue attempt will not have the same flair. Is it worth it?
It may still work. Yes. Yes. Bring him to the megaliths.
And Fulke?
When I have Tedmund's fealty, you shall have Fulke. Now go. I will rustle up a small rescue party.
I do a roaring trade at Reculver and Tunbridge. They pay well for my catch.
The monks? Do those parchment-skinned Christians ever eat meat?
Don't you believe in Jesus?
He thou dwell here in the